What is your dream cosmetic for the game? It can be something reasonable to be in the game or something that is downright not possible. Okay, not possible. Interesting. Dream cosmetic for me, dude, honestly, I'm pretty simple. Now, that said, this entire image right here, this looks insanely good. Is this painted or is this like a figure? Because it looks, I don't know, it doesn't look like a mini. But okay, for me, honestly, like a cape like this would be very nice. Dude, is Terminator armor? Is that cosmetic? Oh man, that looks good. Yeah, the capes. It's mostly the capes. The capes. these just make everything look so sick. That looks amazing. Now this is a mini. Not sure about this. This looks more like an action figure, but it still looks really cool. This is like okay, this guy said he likes beakies. This is like a beaky, but also with like the iron halo on top. And then he also has, I don't know, this feels like Terminator armor, I think. It does look like it, right? And then with the capes, dude, putting a cape on somebody with Terminator armor, that looks amazing. Like, I don't know how you could top that, like, to be completely honest. Oh, I guess I have one more image here. This looks good though. This is likely a Chaos Marine, right? Probably. Oh geez. Okay, so this is like a mini. Now if this isn't a mini, I think this is a mini. No, okay, no, okay, this was the action figure. Sorry guys, this is the mini. Sorry. But yeah, I think this is a mini version of this. Okay, there we go. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. What faction is this though? Because I don't know. This could be Chaos, yeah, because the eye up here. This could definitely be Chaos, maybe. I do like that axe though. Okay, I gotta be honest. When it comes to dream cosmetics, probably something like Chaos customization, capes, Terminator armor. I'm not gonna count. That's pretty ridiculous, right? Customizable beaky helms, maybe. This looks really good. Anything like this that shows up in Space Marine 3 would look very, very good. This looks very flashy. I kind of like it just a little bit simplified. Like this feels okay. It kind of looks similar, but at least the colors are a little bit more simple. This is wild. This is wild. I could not paint something like that, guys. If I painted something like this, I think, yeah, basically all the trimming, the only trimming I would have would be on the shoulders, and the beaky is pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, this weapon would probably be all one color, something like that. Oh, holy cow. Okay, well, what is your dream cosmetics for the game? Today, we're pretty much just, you know, kind of waiting around for Night Rain. I'll definitely be playing Night Rain a little bit later. It's not, you know, I'm pretty much just going to play Night Rain for a bit before, you know, Siege Mode. Siege Mode is coming out in a couple days, so, well, in less than a week. So, at least for the test server, just to be clear. So, you know, the next couple of days are kind of relaxing. You know, we're just going to relax on some Night Rain. Definitely going to still be playing Space Marine 2. I did recently get my second Prestige 4 fully leveled up, so that's really good. Yeah, I'm ready for Siege Mode, but I gotta admit, when it comes to this conversation about cosmetics, yeah, capes. 100%. Capes, and put a cape on the heavy. Something like that, right? Unfortunately for us, they already said capes are never going to be on any class but Sniper, because being able to recognize the class is super important, and also nobody else in lore ever wears capes ever. Oh, sheesh, okay. What? Hold on. I got two darts thrown at me there. So I get their point for that, but the reason, I don't know. Ultimately, I can identify classes with or without capes, but sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. I kind of like that idea. I do think it gives the class a class identity. I do agree with that. It's super important to be able to recognize the sniper. I guess. I guess. I think sniper is normally in camo, right? So it's like interesting reason for that. Nobody else in lore ever wears capes. Is that true? Yeah, I mean, we don't see Calgar. I don't think we see Calgar in any capes. That can't be true. Hold on. No, this is definitely going to bug me for a while. And nobody else in lore. Somebody says, didn't Titus have one in the Death Watch? And then also somebody brought up the camo point as well. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, let me know in the comments if this has any bearing in resemblance. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess not. Yeah, Calgar definitely does not have a cape. I have a cape on my captain. Wait, I have a cape on my captain for tabletop. Hello? Wait, what? Maybe that's why I liked, you know, putting together the captain was very fun, dude. Seeing anybody with Terminator armor and a cape looks sick. And honestly, if nobody else in lore ever wears capes, then that's unfortunate for them because they should bring in somebody who does. Legion of the Damned. They made that possible in Eternal Crusade. I can't see why they shouldn't consider that to be added. Interesting. I mean, I never heard of the Legion of the Damned. This is the first I've heard about it. I can imagine that it would be pretty, you know, pretty goth maybe. I'm not too sure. The Damned, you know, you'll see a lot of like skulls and stuff, I can imagine. Now, somebody does have a picture here, so I'm not too sure how accurate this is, but yeah, I will show off this picture because it looks very cool. Now, I guess this is a Legionary of the Damned. I do like this. I do think the flames, the painted flames at least, may be a little much. The skull chest piece is kind of interesting. I would like to see that in the game, but it does seem to be pretty hardcore. The helmet does look cool, but obviously these two go together. These shoulder pads, yeah, they're fine. I think this looks good. I guess Eternal Crusade is another game. I think what really sells this is the top right here. This torch. I like the torch and the skull combo 100%. I could do without the painted flames. It looks a little hot roddy for me. It kind of like reminds me of a car. But ultimately, yeah, everything goes together pretty well. I can see something like this in the game. That's wild. Armor candles for my Sons of the Phoenix. My brothers can relight them with melta-guns if I roll and accidentally extinguish them. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Yeah, okay, I think this is... that could be the best idea. That's the best idea I've seen here. Just the fact that it has interaction within the game, definitely. So the candles, I will say the candles are something I've seen before like once, and it like this is like the coolest thing to me. The candles are the coolest because it's just, imagine getting through a fight with keeping them lit. It's just like, holy cow. a lot of the damage that is going to this guy is going directly at him, but it's kind of funny how like, and no matter who you're fighting, everyone's kind of like, oh, okay, be careful of the candles, just make sure you hit the armor. This is kind of great. Yeah, I like the candles. I like the candles a lot, but yeah, I can imagine the functionality could be a little bit awkward. This is amazing, dude. Yeah, I could not be this good at painting. I don't know how people can do that. I can do like some of the details, but like to like for example, again, for this weapon, I'd probably do it all in one color and maybe get the gold trim on the icon, something like that. This is amazing though. Yeah, I mean, I just finished a 500-point army. I'll definitely show it off eventually. I just want to make sure I finish everything I can, at least for what I have within my control of skill. But yeah, I did paint a 500-point Space Marine army. So I'm starting to appreciate the cosmetics a little bit more because I think capes should be used more often, 100%. I do understand the devs don't want to put capes on everyone. I can imagine that could also be kind of a headache of like how that even can function with clipping and everything like that. So, you know, ultimately I hope to see some cape customization for Sniper, but to see a cape on heavy, come on, that would be amazing. Like, put a cape on a heavy with the heavy bolt rifle. Oh man, that looks good. That looks good. But I gotta say, so far the candles seem to be peak. I would take the candles maybe over it. Yeah, if you can't give us capes, give us candles at least, right? Put some candles on our helmets, on our shoulder pads. It would be kind of funny to see a candle kind of hanging on for its life, being like swung around on a weapon or something. But yeah, this is sick. This looks sick. It just, I don't know. It implies so much. Like, are you getting hit? Are you a clean fighter? Are you just like, I don't know. And also, can you imagine the fact that this Marine can probably fight in dark areas? That would also look very, very cool. Like, we don't need torches in the game. Like, we don't need anything like that, but it would be kind of sick. Also, yeah, the fact that this commenter had the idea of people relighting the candles with meltas, if he accidentally extinguishes them by rolling. That is so funny. Yeah, this was a great post. This was basically just we've been talking a lot about balance and what to expect from Siege mode. Some good and some bad about bugs and glitches and everything. I'm not too sure what could be good. Well, ultimately, I will say the one thing that was kind of good to find out about bugs was the ample ammunition for assault is not bugged, which is nice. It's just the icon. But yeah, ultimately, there's some good and some bad going on with the game, and we've been talking a lot about spore mines and vine mines, so I thought something like this was a little bit more lighthearted, considering we are definitely going to be going into one of the biggest turning points of the game. When Siege mode is in the game, oh boy, there's probably going to be a lot going on. I can even imagine the PTS is going to be, the public test server for the game. I can imagine that is going to be chaotic as well. So something like this was a little bit more fun for today, a little bit more lighthearted. I gotta say, candles, big W for candles. I like the candles. The candles are cool. But yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments if you have any dream cosmetics that we didn't cover here. I think obviously capes is something that was on everyone's mind, and it's good that we had some closure for that, even though it's unfortunate. Really though, there's nobody in the lore that wears capes. That I'm not too sure what they're getting at there. Maybe you can clarify that for me in the comments. Thanks for watching.